Hi. I just want to reach out to all Equity members and remind you that our annual general meeting is fast approaching, and this year it will take place in Liberty Hall Theatre for those who can attend in person. And after the last 2 years, it might be nice to meet up and reconnect with old friends. But we are also making it available on a virtual platform via Zoom for those members who, for whatever reason, cannot attend in person. Now, we will send out links for this meeting in plenty of time. Now, I would ask you one other favor. Please make sure that your membership is up to date, as this will prevent any difficulties in gaining admission to the meeting either in person or via the Zoom link. Now, in the last year, this executive has been working hard, putting in place certain initiatives that we will need your support to implement if we are to change for the better the working conditions of performers and cultural workers in Ireland. Oh, there's one other meeting that I want to remind you about, and this is really important. Put this in your diary. On Tuesday, March the 8th, we will have an invite-only meeting that I urge all the members who can attend to please do so. This is going to be an historic meeting because it will involve the members of Irish Equity and UK Equity in the first joint meeting of both unions. Now, I also want to explain to performers, union and non-union, the importance of being a member of Equity. And I think the best way to do this is to read out 2 clauses from a contract, well, a document, that was issued to Irish performers engaged on a very high-profile, high-budget production shot in Ireland in the last year. Now, the first clause is headed Non-Union/Guild. For the avoidance of doubt, it is expressly agreed between the parties that this agreement and the provision of artist services in connection with the film is not subject to any collective bargaining agreement or guild or union regulations. So it's a non-union agreement, and I'm loath to use the word agreement. I'm going to call it a document. Now, later, this document has another clause, and that's headed, well, it's a phrase that's well known to all Irish actors, full buyout. The artist acknowledges that this agreement constitutes a full buyout of all rights, entitlements, and interest vested in the artist to the film made pursuant to this agreement, and the artist confirms that the consideration therein represents equitable remuneration for the purposes of any rental or lending rights which may be vested in the artist by the laws of this or any other jurisdiction. So, this means no residual payments. And this was the document offered to all Irish performers. Over 12 pages of impenetrable language and 30 clauses with subclauses that in many cases signed the performer out of all of their rights. Now, there is a small good news story here. As a result of the work of this executive and our close cooperation with our colleagues in Equity UK, we managed to get our union members transferred onto the UK contract. That's the Pact Equity contract. But unfortunately, a lot of the performers were kept on the non-union document, simply because they were not members of Equity. What is most worrying for me, and it should worry us all, is that these young performers, all dedicated to their particular artistic discipline, were and are still unaware of their rights and willingly signed them away for a fee that was substantially less than the minimum rates available to our colleagues internationally. That is, substantially less than any union negotiated minimums that are available to our colleagues internationally. Now, I recently spoke to some students at a third-level institution where they were studying theatre and performance. And most of them, no, all of them in fact, were totally unaware of their rights as professional performers. So I want us all, as Equity members, to reach out to our non-union colleagues and share this information with them. It is difficult to move forward when, in the course of a negotiation where we are trying to protect your rights, you hear the statement, "Oh, well, you know, there are more non-union actors out there than there are members of Equity." And this was actually said to me. And sadly, it's a statement that I cannot disagree with. And that is the single most powerful weapon that is used against us as a union when we are trying to negotiate better terms and conditions and trying to protect your rights. To all performers, to all my colleagues, please remember, this is your career, your passion, your future, your union. Protect them all. Join Equity today. Thank you.